What does boxing have that other sports don't? The ability to deliver odd-breaking results by a single knockout punch. Everyone tunes in to a fight to watch one of the fighters get knocked out, as it is the most entertaining thing that can happen in a bout. Today, we will be breaking down 25 knockouts that should have been censored due to their brutality. This is Boxing Matrix. Enjoy this video. Coming in number 25, we have Tommy Morrison versus Dave Jocko. Tommy started the round analyzing his opponent's moves and setting up the left hook that absolutely demolished Jocko.
And I have to face a right-hander.
There's the left hand. Jocko's down and probably out. What a huge shot.
Number 24. Tommy Hearns versus Roberto Duran. Duran was having a tough time with the incredibly fast Hearns, who was absolutely demolishing him in the ring. After surviving multiple hits to the head, he finally gave up after a snapping right hit his jaw.
Has not hung on at all. Now finally he grabs Hearns. He's wobbly, Jim. His legs are still wobbly. He's trying to cover up. Another solid right hand by Thomas Hearns in a combination. The referee Padilla watching. There he's up in the air again. Duran just fighting on instinct, though, Gil. He's just hanging a big right hand. That's it, Tim. Anytime you fall forward, the fight's over, Tim. A huge right hand by Thomas Hearns. Right to the cheekbone.
Next on, we have the great Iron Mike Tyson against Marvis Frazier, the son of Smokin' Joe. Tyson, now in his prime, delivered an uppercut and a combination of hooks that sent Frazier sleeping on the canvas. One of the quickest KOs in history.
Marvis's father, Joe. Marvis must move or we're going to be out of here very, very quickly. Uppercut and Marvis is hurt.
Frazier is down. Joe Cortez moves in to have a look. And he's going to stop the fight. It didn't.
David Tua versus John Ruiz. Tua was looking like Tyson in this fight, slipping and jabbing and delivering jaw-breaking hooks. Once he pushed Ruiz to the ropes, he started bombarding him with his hooks that made him go unconscious before hitting the canvas.
Takes a vicious left-hand shot on the way down, and it's unlikely he'll be getting up, and Tony Perez says enough. Whoa!
One of the best of his era, Roy Jones went on against Glenn Kelly in February of 2002 in an astonishing bout. Jones, who mentally played with Kelly, put both of his arms behind and threw a lightning left that sent him to the ground.
You know, I always say that regardless of what talent you have, it comes a fight sooner or later where your talent will not carry you there because of the style of the opponent or whatever.
Shane Mosley learned that last Saturday night. Yeah. Once again, third knockdown of the night.
Who never saw it.
Number 20. Julian Jackson versus Buster Drayton is an all-time favorite fight. Jackson, who is one of the greatest welterweights to ever live, was known for his knockout power. Once he started trading shots with Drayton, he immediately recognized his flaws and adjusted like a champ.
Jackson throws beautiful combinations, Tim. He sure does know how to punch to that body, which could bother a 35-year-old guy. A lot. Yeah. Into the 30-second mark we go. Tremendously grueling rounds these have been. What punishment Drayton's taking, Tim. Big round for Jackson here this last 30 seconds particularly. And Drayton is still firing. Oh, a big left hand. Oh, a tremendous left hand. Hook, Tim. Drayton right on the butt. Free.
Ken Norton, one of the fighters that beat the great Muhammad Ali, got knocked out slowly and painfully by Jerry Cooney. Norton was leaning on Cooney and was eating punches for no reason, resulting in a shocking knockout.
Now Cooney in Norton's corner. And another left hand scores it again. The legs of Norton wobble. Norton is hurt in his own corner. Cooney trying to measure him. Misses two uppercuts but scores with combinations of left hand going straight up. Norton is about to drop. Norton is on his knees and finally slumps in the corner. He is not going to
Undoubtedly the greatest welterweight to ever live, Sugar Ray Leonard fought against Davey Green to score a knockout that would shock the world. After delivering an uppercut which Green survived, Leonard threw a combination that may have broken Davey's skull.
Minute in round 4. Now you see a little shorter range punching by the champion in white. Oh, a right hand. Most fighters would have gone down. Flush on the chin of the challenger. Combinations. Oh, and so long. Timber. What a series of punches. He is down the count, and it is over.
Number 17. One of the smoothest knockouts you will ever see. James Toney delivered a big right hand to Charles Williams, and before he even noticed, it was lights out for him.
Amazes everybody. Toney is a great fighter. Now,
He adjusted in the ring, didn't he?
and his legs are strong at this point.
Let him out. Don't hold that head. Don't hold that head down. Let's go.
Chris Williams has got nothing to be ashamed of. This guy is a smart fighter.
Oh, what a right hand!
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Coming in at number 16, we have the great Muhammad Ali versus Cleveland Williams. Ali, who was in his prime, delivered one of the fastest combinations the world has seen in the heavyweight division. After landing hard jabs and hooks, Williams was found on the canvas.
A left misses by Williams. Williams will survive the round. A left strike, clear left to the right. Williams flat on his back, but the bell will ring, but they'll keep counting. The bell, he keeps counting, and Kessler says no, the round is over. They told us that the count would continue.
Eric Morales versus Angel Chacon. A questionable fight. Both of them seemed really skilled and were putting up a match against each other. Morales pushed Chacon to the corner, where he unleashed a deadly combo that sent Angel through the ropes.
By Chacon. And Chacon languishes on those ropes. A bad place for him to be in, and even a worse place now is the corner, which is where he is. Morales won't let him out of that corner, and he is making him pay for being in there. Eric Morales is a punishing puncher. And look at him work both the body and the head. Good counter punching there by Chacon, but boy, he's going to need to get out of that corner. Big left hand, and down goes Chacon right in front of us.
Next on, we have the deadly knockout of Randall Bailey against Mike Jones. While Mike was coming aggressive in each round, he repeatedly tested his luck, and when the time came, a vicious uppercut sent him to sleep on the canvas.
Teddy looked fine and then got dropped with one single right hand from the knockout king, Randall Bailey. Mike Jones, welcome to the big leagues.
Beautiful. And he is out, Brian. He is not going to come up from that. Oh, my gosh.
Tony waits as the count. He wriggles around. Jones is trying to get up.
No, he is
that's
out.
it.
And
Randall
that is
Bailey.
an upset of major proportions.
Randall Bailey.
Arguably the heaviest puncher to ever grace the sport, George Foreman was in the ring with Jerry Cooney back in 1990. Foreman knocked out Cooney, but he managed to get back on his feet, only to get brutally knocked out in the most gangsta way.
And there he goes.
2, 3, 4.
And he is badly hurt. He learned anything about how to survive because he's got a minute and 8 seconds left.
Oh, and that's it. And I don't think this fight's over. This fight's over. George Foreman blows away.
Moving down the list, we have the famous KO of Tommy Morrison against Harry Terrell. Morrison was going crazy from the very first round, recognizing his opponent's flaws and capitalizing on them. In the last 10 seconds of the fight, one of the most shocking punches was thrown.
Blocked by that Morrison left hand. But you know what? Harry Terrell has read the nose of Morrison. He's landing some punches, but he just is absorbing too many power shots from Morrison.
Well, those 38 years may come into play in a hurry at 227 pounds. If he gets up, I'll be the most surprised person in the Coliseum.
This fight should be over.
One of the best of the 20th century, Joe Louis was in the ring with James J. Braddock to deliver a show that would stigmatize the then boxing world. A right hand on the chin of Braddock made him shut down immediately. Once again, Iron Mike Tyson. Tyson, who was competing with Michael Johnson, managed to drop him from the very first round to the canvas with a devastating liver shot. Although Johnson was able to get up to his feet, it was pointless.
2 years. I'm glad you pointed it out because down he goes, the left hook. Just buried him, dug him in the ribs. I think it was a left and a right. Johnson went goodbye. That left hook just caught him and sent him right to the canvas. 23-pound weight advantage, and he put it all there. The right to the head, and it's all over. Goodbye. I hope he's not hurt because that was a...
At number 9, we have Muhammad Ali deliver not a shocking knockout in means of power, but in means of speed. Ali, who was going against Brian London, threw a total amount of 12 punches in 2.8 seconds. A record that is yet to be broken.
Ali moving in on London. A fuselage of punches by Muhammad Ali. London goes down. The referee sends Ali to a neutral corner and picks up the count.
Next on the list, we once again have George Foreman, who we can say was absolutely dominating with KOs in the 70s. In this bout against Jose Roman, Foreman was swinging with some really heavy punches, and while some caught Roman off guard, it was the uppercut that sent him to sleep.
Try to pick the count up 5. The right uppercut did the job.
One of the best lightweights of our era, Ryan Garcia, was facing his biggest challenge yet, Luke Campbell. Although he was dropped in the early rounds, he managed to finish the fight with a devastating left hook to the liver.
Except for that second round, like Chris mentioned, but I could see what Luke Campbell winning some close rounds. But right now, Ryan Garcia is in control, and you can see that way his body language is reacting, coming forward with no respect.
Eddie Reynoso saying to Ryan Garcia, "You're young."
Body shot.
And he goes down, and now Campbell is down on a knee, 2 knees. He's asking questions. He's asking, do I want to get up?
Tyson versus Tillman was an all-time classic knockout of the 90s. Mike, who was still in his prime, was constantly pressuring Tillman with his massive hooks until he landed a perfect shot that could have shattered his skull.
You don't let Vince put an overhand right. Trying exactly as you said he would to drop it in. Right to the face of Tillman. He grabs and holds on. That one was a bit of a glancing blow.
Tillman now is trying to fight Mike Tyson. He should be doing a lot more movement than he is now. He's allowing Mike Tyson to trap him in the corner.
Number 5 on our list, we have Teofimo Lopez and Mason Menard. Teofimo, who is one of the big names in the lightweight division, started off very aggressively by throwing right hands and hooks that Mason couldn't keep up with. And the final punch.
Undefeated prospect himself in Philadelphia. Lost that fight, was TKO'd there. And then lost to the eventual WBO lightweight champion Ray Beltran. Size up Menard for me in terms of what Lopez is in against him.
Well, he has a ton of experience. But right now, he just got caught with the overhand right from Lopez. Lopez getting right to it. Wow!
What a knockdown by Lopez!
Number 4 on our list is Alan Green versus Jaden Corrington. The fight only lasted 18 seconds, and Corrington was found brutally unconscious on the ropes.
Double digits as a pro, but 9 out of 9 all KO. And here's Green. He promised to go inside, and he's stung, and he has rocked Codrington's world and left. And it's over. Over in 18 seconds.
Moving on to number 3, we have Razor Ruddock and Michael Dokes. Ruddock, who was known for his incredibly powerful hook, caught Dokes with one of them, and Dokes went lights off immediately while he was still standing on his feet.
Dokes ahead, Gil. I think I gave him all 3 rounds, though I thought all 3 were very, very close. Oh, good counter right by Dokes.
Right now, Ruddock is fighting a long fight, not using his legs at all.
Dokes went down to the second straight. Dokes is down, and he may be out. Man, it's all over.
It's all over.
At number 2, we have Foreman versus Lyle, for a fight that had a really sad outcome. Foreman, as always, was blasting heavy punches to the opponent's skull. Lyle, who was unable to defend himself, didn't get a stoppage. Instead, he had a slow and agonizing knockout.
What an incredible fight! Utterly without boxing skill, just punching away. Each fighter, in turn, leaving himself open.
Both men are really working there. Foreman's using power and Lyle's waiting just a little too long. They're both fighting. Lyle's got to come back with
now Lyle down to the canvas. Foreman punching him.
And finally, our number 1 is Andy Lee versus John Jackson. Jackson, who was unleashing his best power shots, was getting through Lee's guard easily. While he was busy throwing all these punches, he forgot about his defense. And that is where Lee caught him.
There was yet an older version of the older version because the garden goes back about 130 years.
Well, I didn't see the first one, but I saw the second one. Is Jackson trying to load up some shots here? He's got it back in the ropes, nails him with a pretty good shot, and he's staggered him just a bit. Look at that! Right hand, right back, and Jackson may not recover. That was a hard knockdown. Jackson's all over. Jackson is knocked.
These were the 25 knockouts that should have been censored in boxing. Comment down below which of them you think was the most brutal and which was the most exciting. This is Boxing Matrix. Thank you for watching.